Good morning, St. Andrews, and welcome to SAC Today. I'm Jacob Miller.
And I'm Gary Wan.
We're almost 1 month into the new year, and while the holidays might seem like a distant memory, SAC students share their thoughts on being back on campus and the resolutions they've made for a strong 2016. Ruin Austin has the story.
After a busy 2015, St. Andrews College closed down for more than 2 weeks, giving the boys a time off to spend with their families. But how did the breaks go, and what is it like being back at school after so much time off?
I had a really good break. I went to New York with my family, but it's always nice being back here at SAC with my friends. I missed them a lot over the break.
It was good to be back with my family and back in Switzerland, but it's also good to be back here with my brotherhood at SAC.
It's good to be back here because I have many friends in here and everything just like run on the track.
Good to be back at school. Pretty happy to see all my friends and stuff. Definitely missed them.
Here's a closer look at students' goals and aspirations for the new year.
My goal for the new year is to bring up my academic marks and keep a consistent pace throughout the whole year.
For this new year, I want to get the better grades and the more practice, more exercise to be stronger.
For my New Year's resolution, I'd like to get higher grades, become better friends with more international students because they're really nice, and I'd like to become better at Nordic skiing because it's my first time trying it and it's fun.
For SAC Today, I'm Marin Young.
For many grade 12 students, this past week was an anxious and exciting time as their first set of marks were sent off to universities. Turin Sethi has a story.
For most of our students, they're just getting back into the school rhythm. But for grade 12 students, they're collecting past accolades, marks, and reference letters for university applications. Students are submitting applications across the world, so we ask the question, what is the process really like?
Mr. Swan and I do teach the grade 10 career studies class and start getting to know you and get an understanding of your interests. And I would like to meet and start working with the grade 11 and 12s more independently, meeting with you and just to get a sense of where you do want to study.
Of the entire grade 12 class, Arthur Chu was the first student accepted to a university, a prestigious one in Chicago's Northwestern University.
The entire process is pretty stressful. If I have to pick one of the most stressful, that would definitely be the waiting. After you submit your application and you are just waiting for that confirmation or the deny. A lot of people help. Of course, university counseling, my advisor, all the grade 12 teachers, but also my friends and my brothers at SAC. I couldn't have done this without them.
We wish the students luck while they wait to hear back from universities and hope they get into the programs they wish to succeed in. Turin Sethi, SAC Today.
Over the holiday break, Star Wars, one of the most successful movie franchises of all time, released its latest episode, The Force Awakens. The movie has quickly smashed box office records, including the fastest film to gross $1 billion and the biggest worldwide opening weekend. I spoke to the SAC community about what makes the franchise so remarkable.
Star Wars is an American epic space opera franchise centered on the film series created by George Lucas.
I was raised to do one thing, but I've got nothing to fight for.
I think Star Wars is a really good movie series. For when the first 3 movies were produced, the effects were amazing for its time, like nothing like had been done before.
The music was amazing and the action was incredible and it just looked so real. It felt like you were in outer space.
To me, they're more of a childhood fantasy than they are, like the Expanded Universe was more of a thing that I liked.
When I was a kid, probably 7 or 8 years old, my dad came home one day kind of in the early summer. I think maybe school was just out, and he said, "Come with me, we're going to the theater." There's an aspect that's deeper than what is perceived to Star Wars, and it's worth a look.
For SAC Today, this is Gary Wan.
This week saw Bell's Let's Talk campaign raise awareness and money about removing the stigma from our mental health issues across our country. On SAC's campus, there's a similar initiative underway. Harry Kai tells us more about the Jack Project.
As many of us celebrate the late beginning of the snow season, the cloudy weather that has come with it also brings a sense of gloom. At St. Andrews College, efforts are made to address mental health issues within our community. Jack.org is one of our partners that focuses on the mental well-being of students and faculty.
Jack Project really tries to specialize in reducing the stigma that is mental health, and what that means is they no longer want mental health to be seen as a weakness. It happens in all of us. Everybody is affected by mental health. And that's another thing we try to accomplish, is starting conversations with people so they gain more knowledge about mental health and they view it as something that is acceptable to talk about.
Being a part of Jack Project's tons of fun. Lots of great discussions, and it's really interesting getting to put into place and think of the logistics behind a whole bunch of different events and initiatives. I see the end game for Jack Project as just us doing what we've been doing so well thus far, which is continuing to think of and put into place some great events and initiatives that we hope you guys find as fun and that boost mental health awareness. We definitely have a couple of really interesting events that we're really excited about, and we hope you guys are too, so definitely be on the lookout for those.
You can find more about Jack Project on its official website, jack.org. For SAC Today, I'm Harry Kai.
As we head into the McPherson Tournament weekend, no doubt our first hockey team is glad to be playing at home in front of a supportive crowd. But for the past few months, they've spent many weekends away from home. For a look at their life on the road, Luke White and I spoke with the team.
Traveling on the road is not ideal, but it is what the team has to do to find good competition. The team travels to many locations in North America, such as Michigan, Boston, Indiana, and New Hampshire.
I think that's one of the greatest things about being on a team and bonding with your teammates in close quarters on a bus or in hotel rooms and whatnot. So I think getting to know the players on a different level, as opposed to just as hockey players or just as students, you get to see them as people and make a connection that's probably a little bit more lasting than those 2 hours on the ice every day to practice.
How do you entertain yourself on the bus?
Usually just watch movies or text and hang out with the boys.
I don't think there's anything too fun about road trips, but it's probably just hanging out with the boys or taking a long nap and getting some rest before the game.
We love what we're doing, and so that makes things easier for sure, but it's always hard to be away from family, and in my case, a newborn, and so it is challenging, but I think with technology these days, with text messaging and FaceTime and obviously phone calls, makes things a little bit easier. I know it's not the easiest to be away for 3 or 4 days at a time.
Definitely one of my biggest pet peeves being on the road is probably the shoebox dressing rooms. I don't know if you saw, but we're crammed in there like a can of sardines.
Probably my biggest pet peeve on the road would probably be rooming with Mitch Martin, having to hear him snore every night. Also, the food, not being able to have my food at home, I like my snacks, so that's about it.
As the boys had a great weekend at Shattuck St. Mary's with a 2-0 sweep, they're excited to play in their home tournament at McPherson at the end of the month. Luke Wyatt, SAC Today, St. Andrews College.
That's our show for today.
I'm Jacob Miller.
And I'm Gary Wan.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
All right.